Aloha friends, and welcome to Eating Richly. If you're new here, I'm Diana Johnson, and today we are making one of my favorite healthy comfort foods, vegan chili. This veggie-packed chili is so flavorful and thick that people rarely notice it doesn't have any meat. It's also a great way to use up any of that zucchini that you have left over from your garden. As always, the link to the printable recipe is in the description. Now let's get cooking, because whether you're cooking with someone, or for yourself, cooking time is connecting time. We're going to start by chopping all of our vegetables and the aromatics like garlic and fresh herbs. I like to aim for 1/2-inch pieces or smaller so that you can get a good variety of vegetables in every bite. First, chop up 2 medium or 1 large zucchini. I find it easiest to cut the zucchini into long strips first. Then you can slice those strips into small chunks. As always, save your veggie scraps like zucchini ends, bell pepper tops, and onion skins. I keep these in a bag in my freezer for making homemade veggie stock. That's one of the tips in my 10 ways to save money in the kitchen video. Actually, let me know if you want me to make a recipe video for homemade veggie stock. I've got a couple bags in the freezer, so I could totally do that. For the bell peppers, I like to slice around the outside, basically unrolling it into a sheet that I can slice into strips and then chop. I use 1 red bell pepper and 1 green, but you can use whatever colors you have on hand. To chop your onion, carefully cut off that hairy root end. Then slice it in half all the way through the end. Peel your onion halves, then make a slice from the top toward the root that doesn't quite go all the way through. Now you can make perpendicular slices that also don't go quite to the end, and then start your chopping. When chopping a jalapeno, I cut off the 4 sides, slice those into strips, and then finally chop those strips quite a bit smaller than the other pepper. Now this is one veggie that I don't save the scraps from because I don't want that heat from the jalapeno in my veggie stock. You also need to wash your hands really well after slicing jalapenos and make sure not to touch your face or eyes. Another option is to wear kitchen gloves while slicing it, just so you don't get those juices on your skin. You also need to chop 1/2 to 1 cup of parsley and of cilantro. I use about 1/4 cup of each in the chili and then have the rest in bowls on the table for garnishing individual servings. For the 3 cloves of garlic, you can use a garlic press, mince them with a knife, or just use the minced garlic from a jar. No one is really going to notice in this recipe. Once everything is prepped, you're going to heat a few tablespoons of olive oil in a large, heavy-bottomed pot on medium-high heat. I like using a ceramic-coated Dutch oven, and I will link to mine in the description in case you need one. Add in your chopped zucchini, peppers, and onion, then stir them occasionally, cooking for about 10 minutes until they're softened. Then you're going to add in that minced garlic and give it another stir. Next comes 2 28-ounce cans of Italian stewed tomatoes. I like to break those up a bit after I put them in the pot, so they'll be in more bite-sized pieces as well. Then dump in a can of tomato sauce, a can of pinto beans, and a can of black beans. Just make sure to drain those beans before you put them into your chili. Now you're ready to add in your chopped parsley and cilantro. Also, I actually just used parsley when I filmed the cooking part the first time because I needed to buy a new cilantro plant. So that's totally an option if you have cilantro haters in your family. For seasoning, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, a teaspoon of cumin, and a teaspoon of salt. I use the real maple syrup as sweetness to balance out the acidity of the tomatoes. It's not going to make your chili taste like pancakes, but it is a really nice whole food sweetener that you could substitute for sugar if you want. Bring your chili to a gently bubbling simmer, then cover and cook on low heat for about 30 minutes stirring occasionally to make sure that nothing sticks to the bottom. And for those of you who are wondering, you can absolutely make your vegan chili in the Instant Pot. Just use the saute setting for the first part, then seal and cook on manual pressure for 8 minutes. There are so many great flavors and textures in this vegan chili. It's good for you and it's perfect for Meatless Monday. Also, the leftovers freeze really well. I just can't say enough good things about it. That you love this vegan chili as much as my family does. Let me know in the comments, and also let me know if there's something else that you'd like to see me cook. I make these videos for you, not for me, so I really do want to know. Just remember that whether it's with me, in the comments, or out in the world, you can be real and be kind. If you want another chili video that has meat, check out my Dump and Go taco soup, and I'll see you in the next video. Like this video. Blah.